have about 30 people on, so let's get the show on the road. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Diversity Through Cuisine. My name is Kavita, and I am a coordinator in the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Today, I have with me Azon, who will be our moderator, taking questions. Please feel free to post your questions in the Q&A, and I am cooking with Vaidy. Vaidy, do you want to say hello to everyone and tell them a little bit about yourself?
Hello, I will start with my traditional Indian namaste.
Namaste.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the cooking thing. My name is Vaidy Vaidyanathan. I go by Vaidy. I've been with UCF for more than 21 years. I work across the university, working with faculty members, helping them get research funding and also make connections with industry. I also work on international, connecting the university to multiple organizations all over the world, particularly to India. I've taken groups of people also to India to introduce them to the culture and also start some research projects in India.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being here with me today. So, do you want to tell them what we're cooking?
Yes. The first item I'm going to cook is called Kichadi. It is a mixture of a particular type of lentil from India called moong dal and rice. This is a very nutritious dish. It has spices, salt, turmeric, a touch of a special spice called Asafoetida, and cayenne pepper. That is what we will start with.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
Okay. The first dish I'm going to make contains, as I told you, a special type of lentil called moong dal, which I have in a cup here. So I'm going to make a cup of that. I'm going to put it in my Corningware. I've started the heat. I'm going to roast the moong dal and the rice together.
Okay.
So I've just started. I will roast for about 5 minutes.
So does my oil need to be really hot when I put it in the pot?
No, not necessary.
Okay.
You can just put it in. That is what it looks like in the pot.
Can you move over a little bit? We can't see your pot. There we go. We're just toasting the rice and the moong dal at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in my pot.
Yeah. Keep roasting for another 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
It has been 2 minutes, 3 minutes
Okay.
now. I'm going to roast for 2 more minutes.
All right. I need a light in here.
The roasting actually helps the oil to get into the beans and also into the rice.
Okay.
So when it goes in, the cooking is actually much softer. Otherwise, the bean might not cook all through.
It's already smelling so good in here, and all I did was toast some rice and dal.
Yes, it It'll start giving you a nutty, nice flavor. I'm almost done. One more minute.
Okay. See how the rice has changed color already?
Yes, it will change color. Yes, correct.
What heat do you have yours on?
Medium.
Okay. I think I had mine a little high.
Hey, Sanjay. We have a few questions here. They'd like to see the food. So if you could
Yeah,
give us
definitely.
our...
I will pick up and show you.
Oh, perfect.
Now?
That too. Yes. Wow, that
So-
looks amazing.
It's done now. So
Okay.
I'm going to pour water. 2 cups of water.
Okay. I'm going to be putting my water in.
If you like your rice a little softer, you can add another 1/4 cup of water.
Okay, my water made a lot of noise when I put it in the pot, so I missed what you said.
Yes, yes, yes. It will. Now we have the spices. I
Okay.
told you what the spices are. Put the spices in.
All right. So my spices are the cayenne pepper. There's some turmeric there. There's salt. And we call it hing, but you call it by a different name.
The English name is Asafoetida.
And that is what I used.
Yeah. Now mix it
And just
well.
a pinch of that because it is very potent.
Yes, it is very potent.
All right. Everything is in the pot.
Stir it well. And let it come to boil.
Okay. It's
Comes to
boiling.
boil. When it comes to boil, you will have to reduce the heat. It'll take a few minutes to bring to boil.
Yeah, it came up to a boil.
Then reduce the heat.
Okay.
Stir it once and reduce the heat.
Could you go ahead and point at the pot a little bit more closely? It's a little hard to see the food. We have guests here who want to see the reaction going on.
Can you see now?
If you could just lower the angle just a little bit more, and then we'll be able to see it. There it is. A little bit more to your bottom left. There you go. Wow. Yeah, we can see Sanjay's angle perfectly.
Okay.
Okay, and when I reduce the heat, am I putting a lid on the pot or am I just...
Cover it. Once it comes to boil,
Okay.
it is starting to boil, as you can see. I want it to come to a good boil. Make sure it comes to a good boil.
Okay. So I will say going to the Indian market can be a little overwhelming because there's a lot of different options for dal. I had to call last night to make sure I was getting the right one. So this is the moong dal that we're using.
Yes. So it is boiling now. I'm going to reduce the heat now.
Okay, I reduced mine and
I'm going to put a lid on it.
yep.
Now I'm going to let it cook.
Okay.
So that is the moong dal kichadi. As it is cooking, I'm going to start the second dish, which is an Indian beans. You can do it. The same recipe can be used for any kind of beans. Frozen. I'm going to use the frozen beans. This is called guar. In the West, this is called cluster beans. So I'm going to do this first. Here is a pot in which I already have oil.
Can you move your camera down a little bit? We're not seeing the pot. We're seeing the other side of your stove. There we go. Yep.
Okay. So there
We
is
have a
oil.
question from Rebecca Estrada. She's
Yes.
asking if you have any markets to try out, any recommendations for markets.
Yeah, Rebecca, there's actually one on the corner of University and Dean that I go to get my my spices and stuff like that. That's where I got all of my ingredients today. I actually missed an ingredient last night when I went there, and I had to run back at 11:30 to grab the ingredient. So when the guy saw me, he goes, "You forgot something." I'm like, "I absolutely did."
So now I have some Indian mustard seeds,
Yes.
about half a teaspoon in that oil.
Okay.
Can you see the pot?
Actually, Vaidy, if you can actually hold the phone parallel to the stove, so we can actually like in a bird's eye view, I think that'll help a lot. Yeah,
This
and
way?
then move it a little closer to the edge to the yeah. There you go. Yeah, if you can just maintain that whenever you try
Yeah.
to show your
Okay,
oven, your stovetop, that'd be perfect.
that's better. Okay.
Thank
Now
you.
I'm going to turn the heat on.
Okay.
I'm going to wait for the mustard seeds to pop. I'm going to cover it.
Ah, okay.
So one of our guests, Jocelyn, came up
Yes.
with a great idea and said that it'd be a good idea to do virtual trips to the market to kind of show, what the ingredients we're getting instead of, having to see them here. I think
Yes,
that'd be a great idea.
I
I'd be
can do
happy.
that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we could probably do like an Instagram live kind of thing,
Oh
while you're
yeah,
out
we
there.
can do
Just
that for sure.
like a pre diversity through cuisine.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Thanks, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
So how long do you think before the seeds start to pop?
It might take a couple of minutes.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to pop. After that, I will add the urad dal. Keep the urad dal ready.
So here's the difference. I am using the whole, this is a good example of how it can be overwhelming when you go in the Indian market. I'm using whole grain urad dal, and Vaidy, you're using the split one.
You can take a look at this. This is skinned and broken.
Okay.
You can use either.
Oh, I hear popping.
Can you hear it popping?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like mini popcorn pops.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So
Mine is starting to pop. I'm waiting for it to complete popping.
this is what mine looks like.
I can hear your pops.
Yeah. And then this is the spices for it.
Okay.
In here we have salt, turmeric, and cayenne pepper. I like it a little spicy, so I put a little bit more cayenne pepper in mine.
Correct. You can add to taste.
All right. I should probably turn my heat down.
Yeah.
I want to show you all the popping, but it sounds like it's going to pop out of the pot.
Yeah. As soon as it's popping, I will show you the dish, the pot.
I like the way this feels. All right.
Okay, it is finished popping.
Okay.
I'm going to add my urad dal.
Oh, so it does not pitch when it pops. That's the good thing. It just pops in there. So I'm adding my urad dal.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 minutes.
Got it.
Then you add 1 cup of water, but be very careful, it'll splatter.
Right.
What I do is hold the lid close to it and close it immediately.
Okay. Okay.
That's what it looks like. Now add the spice into it.
Okay. And what heat do I have this on? Medium.
Yeah, medium is fine.
Okay.
Vaidy, your video went off. There you go. Perfect. Oh, nope, that's Sanjay's video. If you could turn it back on.
Okay, let me check.
If you've got the... There you go.
Can you see?
Okay, so we also have another... Yeah, we can see you now. We have a question from Amelia Paris. She's asking if you could translate the Indian names. She's asking if it's guar beans or green beans.
You can use either. Guar
Okay.
is a special Indian bean.
Okay, sounds good. So it's pretty flexible, this
Yeah, I'm
this
using
recipe.
green beans.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got both. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vaidy said that the guar beans is a little bitter. So
Bitter.
Okay.
I'm afraid of bitter.
So I'm
So you've
going to
got
add
some-
guar beans to that now.
Okay.
Also, we have another anonymous question asking if they
Yes.
get diversity credit for this course, and that's for
Yes.
Kavita. Yes. Okay. There we go.
So I've added the beans
I've added my beans.
and let it come to boil.
Okay. Am I covering the pot or leave it open?
You have the pot. I'm just showing how it looks.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cover the pot.
Okay.
Jocelyn has a really great question. She's asking, what ways can she celebrate her coworkers' Indian culture in the workplace?
By making an Indian dish and bringing it to work.
There we have it.
There you go. We actually have a holiday coming up at the end of the month, Jocelyn, called Holi.
Yeah.
And it's a little messy, but it's still a lot of fun. We play with this powder, colored powder. The kids like to put water in it and make your clothes different colors. But we are covered from head to toe in colored powder. So that's actually a pretty cool holiday to look into. But I agree, make an Indian dish and take it in. Or go to lunch at an Indian restaurant. I used to do that a lot with my coworkers. There's a really good one across the street from UCF. I'm not advertising for anybody, but Indian Spice Grill is actually really good. They're newer. Their kitchen is an open kitchen, so you can see what's going on in there. So it's pretty cool. Post-pandemic, I don't mind. I will do a field trip.
Yes, we'll do that. So I'm going to show you both the dishes
Okay.
when they're cooking. That is my...
Go ahead and angle it down just a little bit lower. There you go.
I'm going to keep it covered. And then
Okay, that's mine.
the
The
beans.
green guava beans. Ooh.
My beans are not boiling. Well, they are, but not really.
Okay. Now I'm going to move to my other table to start making my cucumber salad, which is called raita.
Okay. Now, do you cut your cucumber or do you dice them or do you grate it?
I'm going to dice it.
Okay.
So I know how I dice it. This is a piece of English cucumber that I'm going to use.
Ooh, that's a pretty cucumber.
Yeah, good. So I'm going to first remove the skin.
All right. All right. I'm actually just using a piece of it, I think. I
Yeah,
think the whole one would be too much.
right.
I have a friend who she can't do spicy. So whenever I give her anything curry, I have to make her raita so that she can reduce the spice in it.
Skinned cucumber.
Okay.
Now I'm going to chop it,
Am I dicing it or does it matter?
whichever way, but look at how I'm going to slice it. If you
Okay.
can see. You can see how I have cut it into pieces. Can you see that?
Yes.
Now I'm going to chop them into smaller pieces.
Okay. Now, in this bowl, we just have black pepper and salt.
Yes.
All right. I'm pretty good at this, I think. Not really. I'm trying to do all at once, but it's not working out. So I'm just going to have to do a little bit less.
Whichever quantity, however quantity you want, you can see how I have sliced it. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm going to add it to the pot where I've already put salt and black pepper powder.
Okay. And then let me get my sour cream.
I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sour cream.
Okay. So,
Add as you need just to give it a coating. That's all.
okay. So if you know me, you know, if you've been watching any of my shows, you know that I really don't measure. So there's my tablespoon of sour cream.
Yeah.
That black pepper ended up being quite a bit.
That's like 2 of my favorite foods put together right there. Cucumbers
Sour
and sour
cream.
cream. Oh, I love sour cream.
You would
So-
like this.
Mix it in so that the sour cream forms a coating.
Mine has quite a bit of black pepper in it. I had a little mishap with my black pepper shaker.
Yeah, I have just enough. You can see the black specks. That's it. That dish is done.
All right, I will put that in the fridge.
Yes, it goes back to the fridge. Now I'm walking back to my stove and stir the beans.
Okay.
They are just starting to boil now.
All right. Yeah. And the other pot we don't stir.
No, you don't stir the rice and dal mix. It will
Okay.
cook itself. Starting to boil. So now we have to wait for another 10 or so till these things finish cooking.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I can answer any questions.
Yes. Is there anybody there who is cooking along with us? Anyone?
Probably. That's okay. So the idea is actually make some complicated dishes which have been simplified because I've lived in this country for a long time. So my method of cooking, although it gives you the same taste and same flavor, it's done so that you can buy the local ingredients and you can also fix these things fairly fast. So for the Kichadi, I made with moong dal and rice. Couple of good things about that. The dal is very high in protein and rice has carbohydrates. You don't want to eat a lot of carbohydrates. At the same time, carbohydrates are very important. So the combination of carbohydrate and protein in the dal is very, very good. And you can have other variations to it. For example, I cooked it with a particular dal called moong dal. You can use the other Indian dals, for example, tur dal or masoor dal, or even the American lentils that are available. Split lentils will be better, but you can also cook it with whole lentils that are available even in Publix. You can also do it with split beans, green or yellow, which is available in Publix again. And the final variation, I sometimes put chopped up nuts on top, especially cat. So these are all variations. On the beans, I cooked an Indian bean, which is called Gur Beans. In the West, it's called the cluster beans. It has a slightly bitter taste. Some people may not like it, but you can do the same thing with French cut green beans, fresh cut beans, or frozen cut beans. The recipe is the same. I add one kind of dal to it. A variation is you can add other kinds of dal, or you can make it without any dal.
Okay.
One other variation is at the end, you can add grated coconut on top. This grated coconut, dried grated coconut is available in the Indian store. So you don't have to buy the whole coconut, crack it open and all those things. So it's easier to do. Now
They
I'm
also
not,
have the grated coconut at Publix, and they have the unsweetened one because they have both versions.
yes,
You would get the unsweetened one.
yeah. If you're going to make a dish like this, you want the unsweetened one. You don't want the sweet taste in your vegetable. So I'm going to go and stir my beans one time. You might want to do that too.
Okay. I will stir my beans.
We've got a question from someone asking if you guys use a lot of coriander seeds.
Yes. But coriander is used mainly in soups and in also some vegetable dishes. If you are using whole coriander, then you have to roast it. I also do another thing. Coriander, cumin, cayenne pepper, and turmeric. All these can be mixed together and ground up into a powder. And you can use that powder in soups and also in vegetables.
Okay.
Any other questions?
We have a quiet group.
How is your beans coming?
My beans look really good, actually.
Yeah. So you'll have to wait till most of the water is absorbed or boiled away.
Okay. There's my beans.
Yeah, stir
And
it
it
once.
smells really good in here.
Good.
Anyone else have any questions for us?
We've got one from Christopher Roberts asking, will these recipes be provided online somewhere for us to try? I told you, Kavita, we needed to do that.
So here's what I've been telling people, because I have been asked this so many times. I will provide you a list of ingredients and I will send you the link to where it is on our YouTube channel and you can just follow along. It's fairly simple. Once you watch the first couple of minutes of it, you'll know how to do it from there. But I will send a list of ingredients as well as where you can find the ingredients.
And one day, Kavita, what we should do is just have a session on all the Indian lentils and spices. I actually used to give an overview presentation for the College of Medicine, both for the doctors and the nurses, on food and nutrition of India, including medicinal plants, lentils, spices, and what each spice tastes like and what it is good for in terms of in your cooking, what all you can add it for, and also what kinds of effects it can have on you, on your stomach, on your breathing system, on your digestive system, on your tongue, nose, and everything. So we can have a session maybe in a couple of months, just specifically on Indian spices, medicinal plants, and lentils. I can lay out everything. We can show all the different spices and different things, what the whole thing looks like, what the powdered thing looks like. And then after that, maybe another week or so, we can take them to the Indian store. By that time, hopefully, we'll be able to walk them through, which I've done for a number of people in graduate school, in global UCF. I've taken people to show them all the spices and lentils and what to buy and how to cook.
Yeah, I helped a student last night who was looking for the chana, and he's like, I just can't find it. My mom's not answering her phone.
Yeah.
So I managed to help, direct him to it, but it is a little overwhelming in there. There's just so many products.
So many products, yes. Even for people from India, if you are from northern part of India, you know part of it. If you are from the southern part of India, you will know the other part. But I'm now used to all the spices and all the ingredients from all over the country.
So I'm from Trinidad, and we cook a lot of Indian food, but our cooking is a little different because Trinidadians cook kind of like a melting pot of foods from all over India.
Yeah.
So
You were frozen. I can't hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Here, I'll try to contact her. If you
Yeah.
could just continue the show for her.
So
Yes,
someone
Great,
asked if we
thank
can
you.
go.
Oh, there we go. You froze for a whole like minute. If you could just go back to what you were talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about to text you.
Okay, so we were talking about the recipe for the beans, which we don't have a recipe, but I will give you the ingredients and what we used in it. We used the urd dal. Let me show that to you. I used the whole one. He used the split one. So when it's split, it's actually, I don't know if you can see the color in the urd dal. It has like a whitish color. So when it's split, it just looks white.
It is split and also the skin is removed.
And the skin is removed.
I will show you some in my hand. You can take a look at it. This is what it looks like, split and skin removed.
And then we used black mustard seeds, which, let me see if I could show you what it kind of looks like in my hands.
Yeah, you can put some in your hand and show that they can see that.
That's what that looks like. So we toasted the mustard seed first. We cover the pot, let it kind of start popping in there. And then we put in the seasonings, which we used turmeric powder. I can show you what that looks like.
Again, you froze. She was about to show you turmeric powder. You froze when you were showing the turmeric powder.
Wow.
So we couldn't see you. I could see you, but you are frozen. Go back to the turmeric powder.
Okay. So can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the turmeric powder.
Good. Good.
That is.
I don't have an answer for that.
And then cayenne pepper. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of brands. You can use any brand. I'm not advertising for any brand.
Yeah.
And then salt.
Yeah, one thing I want to tell you about the spices. If you want to buy large quantities of spices, the Indian store is better because number one, it is fresher because Indians use a lot of spices. And some of you may not use that much. Then what you should do is 3 or 4 of you should join together and you can probably split as long as you have an airtight container to put that in. Split it 4 ways or 3 ways because they come in ½ pound packets. So that will be a very good thing to do.
Okay.
I also want to tell you a little bit about each of these spices, what they do for you. The turmeric is actually a very good ingredient to eliminate all kinds of bacteria and viruses. In fact, the doctors now today tell you to boil some water, put ½ a teaspoon of turmeric and drink it every day to boost up your immune system against these viruses. It's very, very good. It also works on your immune system in every part of your body. And now, University of Wisconsin has done some studies in which they have found that societies that consume turmeric on a regular basis, they have much lower incidence of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So that is another major finding. So for these 2 things, the turmeric is a very good ingredient. The other thing that is very important about turmeric is because it is antibacterial, if you put a pinch of that in anything that you cook, vegetable or meats, if there is surface bacteria, they will all be eliminated. So you will not get stomach problems from those surface viruses, which are always present in vegetables and more so in meats. I try to reduce my salt, so I put only less salt. For some people, you might need more salt. But if you're going to use, it's better to use sea salt. Sea salt has more trace minerals, which are not found in the regular iodized salt that you will buy from stores. Sea salt is available in many major health food stores. That's what I use. It has magnesium, some zinc, manganese, and all these trace elements, which are all good for you. Cayenne pepper powder actually is very good to kick up the your metabolism. So people who think their metabolism is low, as you age, it gets lower. If you eat cayenne pepper on a regular basis, it will kick up your metabolism. Of course, it adds taste. It is a little hot and pungent. So slowly you will have to get used to it for the people who are not used to it. So we are almost coming to the end of our cooking session. My beans is ready. I'm going to stir it one more time and then show you the pot. The water is almost gone.
Yep.
Can you see what? Can you see my pot?
Can you move over a tiny bit? Yep, perfect.
So it's almost done. In 2-3 minutes, I'm going to turn it off.
Vaidy, we have a specific question from
Yes.
an attendee.
Yes.
They're asking, what is the portion of water for the urad dal and the mung dal? Like, is it 1 cup of mung dal and then 2 cups of water? Or what's the ratio do you use?
I used for this one, 1 cup, half a cup of moong dal and half a cup of rice. So in all, it was 1 cup.
Okay.
For which I used 2 cups of water.
All right. So 1 to 2. Perfect.
For the beans, I had about 12 ounces of beans. I used about 3/4 cups of water.
So my water in my Kichadi looks like it's dried up for the most part.
Yes. Now it's time to turn it off. It's done. Mine is done.
Okay.
I'm going to open the pot and show you what it looks like. Can you see it?
Let me see if I can.
Is it visible? Yeah.
It's a little difficult to see. If you could move it a little bit more towards the pot. There you go.
Can you see it now?
Try to angle your. There you go. It's a little bit better.
Okay.
There is mine.
Nice. Oh, that looks good. That is perfect.
I know you want some is on.
Wow.
You should smell
I know. I.
I feel like I torture you when I make you do this.
You're all welcome to come to my house. It's only 2 hours away. So I can eat all.
I'll take you up on that.
Azon, I told you I'll pack you a box and put it by the front door.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Kavita, you taste your Kichadi and see how it tastes.
Let me plate some up.
Yeah, put it on a plate and show them what it looks like.
My beans are almost done.
Yeah.
But, oh, there we go.
Oh, beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Let's. Okay, Sanjay wants to taste it.
Is this taste?
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. Yeah, you know.
Official taster.
He is my official taster.
Yeah. Lisa is my official taster.
Oh. All right, let's see. Let's see if I know what I was doing.
Tastes good?
It's good.
Yeah. See, now Kavita, since you have put ingredients, next time you will know if you want to add a little less salt, a little more cayenne pepper, whatever.
He
Your
just
taste.
took my plate.
Good. Good for him. You should have the beans on the side and
Yeah,
right
my
up.
beans is, I think it's done.
Okay.
Let me actually
have-
put some on the plate.
Right. And put raita also on the plate.
Yes. Can you get the right from the fridge? And you like green beans. And he loves green beans, so.
Okay.
I gotta show the plate. You can't have it back.
Check your urad dal and mix. Oh,
I need to move my pot off the stove because it keeps cooking.
oh, turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Electric.
need to try it. All right,
Yeah,
let's try it.
gas stove. So when I turn it off, it's done.
Oh, I love a gas stove. We cook a lot outside because we have a gas stove outside. Oh, that beans is good.
Okay. I'll give you slight variations of that. Instead of urad dal, you can use tur dal or moong dal or masoor dal. They will all have slightly different flavors. Do we have any more questions?
We've got a comment, and she says that it looks yummy. Why don't you go ahead and plate yourself some?
No.
Let's see what yours looks like.
Okay.
Did
Let me get-
anybody cook with us? I don't think anybody did. I know I had a few people who said they were going to. If you cooked with us and you want to come on camera and show us what yours looks like, let us know. Those beans are good. Yep. Azon, you have some time between now and Matters of Diversity if you want me to make you a box and put it outside.
Honestly, if you're willing, I am so down to drive and pick up.
Sanjay's willing to share, he said.
Okay, this is what my plate looks like. Can you see it?
Yep. That looks good.
Cucumber raita, the beans,
I
and
think it's right there.
the kichadi.
That looks good.
And just to clarify,
you.
this is completely vegetarian, right?
Completely vegetarian. And it can be vegan if you use something else instead of sour cream in the raita.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say that, but I saw the sour cream and
Yep. We can definitely. Oh,
Instead of sour cream, what I would normally do is, if they are interested, you make yogurt with almond milk or something like that.
there you go. Yeah.
Homemade yogurt. I normally make my own yogurt, so.
Vaidy, can you tell us a little bit about the I cannot say it.
Asafoetida. Hing. Okay, hing is actually a powder of a tree. It has tremendous qualities which helps digestion. That is the main function of hing or asafoetida. It also, when people eat beans, they say, oh, I get gas. A touch of asafoetida actually eliminates the gas formation in the stomach. That is the biggest benefit of asafoetida. You need a pinch of it.
So it comes in different forms, actually. It comes like as this gum thing.
That is the original form. But I buy the powder because it is easier to use in recipes.
Yes,
So
I did buy the powder. It is very, and I mean very
important.
potent. So when I opened it, I just opened a tiny little hole in it.
Correct.
Because you can smell this for weeks and days.
Yeah.
And there's many different kinds at the store. We will definitely do like a Instagram live.
Okay.
To talk about these different things. Azon and I can definitely handle that. We'll get Vaidy in on it.
Yeah, I have a whole presentation. Maybe what I'll do is, let me see if I can retrieve my PowerPoint slides. Then we can go like 15 minutes of those slides, and then I can show all the ingredients.
Okay.
And then sometime later, when the pandemic thing is down, we can even take them to the store and walk around and show all the things. I've done that several times for doctors, for scientists, for people from other cultures, students, walking through the store, showing them all kinds of things.
Well,
So,
thank you. Thank you
Sure.
for cooking with me today. Thank you for doing this at the last minute. You definitely jumped in and you saved me, so I appreciate it. I'm excited to learn to cook something else from you. We will definitely talk about doing this again.
yes, thank you very much for inviting me. It was a great session. I hope some of the people at least get interested in Indian cooking. And you can send them my email if they have specific questions. They
Okay.
can ask. No problem.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for joining us today. If you have
Thank you
any
very much.
questions, you know where to find us. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I have another episode of Diversity Through Cuisine at the end of the month. If you have not signed up for it, if it's full, go ahead and send me an email and I will get you on there. I will be cooking with Floor from our office. She's our new training specialist and she is from Haiti. So she's going to be cooking a dish with me. We haven't figured out what yet. So as soon as we figure that out, I will let you all know. So thank you again. Have a good rest of your day. Namaste.
Bye.
Bye.